watching the Archetype of Man channel. I'm Nick, and this is definitely a departure from the normal content that I do on the channel, but I figure, why not? So, let's talk about archery. You know, it's weird, you get on these archery boards and people say, oh, the song of the arrow, or the lure of the bowstring, or mystical flight of the arrow, and it sounds all cliche and corny, and then you start doing it, and there's definitely something about it. This is definitely primitive compared to compound bows, which I'm not an avid compound bow shooter by any means, but I've shot several over the years, and there's something about this that just, I don't know. I think this is the original gun in a lot of ways, and I like guns, and I like the fact that long before firearms were a thing, people were doing this, and it's cool that we still have the ability to do it. So it starts with a story, as most good things do. I used to really enjoy shooting a recurve bow that my grandfather had given to my brothers and I, and did not know what had happened to it, thought it had been lost in a garage fire that my mom had had. Well, it turns out that's not the case. But anyway, my wife heard me talk very fondly about shooting traditional archery, so she commissioned a longbow for me. This is made out of orange Osage, or Osage orange. I'm not 100% sure the pronunciation on that, but it is made out of one piece of Osage orange, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'll try to show that to you. Very wavy grain. This is rawhide backed on this side for a little bit extra durability, taking it hunting, things like that. We do have some rawhide here for the grip, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you the other side. So this bow was made by Correy from Organic Archery. He has also been on the History Channel on the show Alone, and I'm pretty sure a archery marksmanship show as well. Very accomplished archer and bowyer, so he was fantastic. I'm still getting used to this, but I will say that he's answered any questions that my wife had while she was having this made for me, and then after the fact, when I was asking him, you know, hey, how do I take care of this thing? How do I learn to shoot this thing well? He has been phenomenal. So shout out to Correy Hawk. He's the one that made this. So this is a 66-inch bow, 28-inch draw, and 58-pound draw. So it is very stout. Minimum poundage here in Georgia for hunting is 40. So I'm well clear of that. Hopefully this will give me a good upper body workout. But enough talking. I got 2 more arrows with field points that I hadn't shot, so let's shoot them. Now, the last thing that I would want is anybody to think that I'm some sort of authority on the subject. I am definitely not. Just learning this. It's been a long time since I've shot any sort of real archery until I got this bow, so I'm just learning. I've managed to keep most of these on target. I have put a couple in the dirt, so yeah, definitely not an expert. There is something strangely therapeutic about this, though, I have noticed. And with the bow having as heavy of a draw as it does, and me being out of shape, I can't do it for super long periods of time without needing a break, but it is very therapeutic. Hey, bottom of the yellow on that one. Let's go pull those arrows. Along with the bow that my wife got me, she also got me this beautiful handcrafted bison hide quiver and 3 different types of arrows. So for those who may not be familiar, we're going to go over those different arrow types and the ones we'll be using today and why. So that should be interesting. Now these arrows are all handcrafted by Correy over at Organic Archery. You can follow him on Instagram at The Organic Archer. But this is a field point. It's sharp, but it is primarily for target use, which is what we'll be using today. You also have a small game point or a blunt, and it's literally just a blunt. It's like the wad cutter of arrows. So it's birds, rabbits, stuff like that. And lastly, we have a trade point or broadhead, and then he did send them with these protective coatings because, well, they are sharp. So this, hopefully, I'll be taking deer hunting next year if I can get my accuracy where it needs to be. So we will just be using the field points today for target shooting because I want to recover my arrows and do the least damage possible to the target. I do want to mention that if you're thinking about doing this, I did pick up an archery glove because my first shooting session, I got impatient, didn't wait on this to show up, and it does wear your fingers out. The other thing I noticed is that because I'm not an expert and I'm still learning how to do this, I have a arm guard to avoid some of that string slap or string burn. Probably a good idea. They're not terribly expensive pieces of gear, but they can save you a lot of discomfort. I learned the hard way. So missed that one into the dirt, got distracted. Like I said, definitely not a pro, and I have a long way to go before deer season next year if I want to hunt with this. So the only way I'm going to get where I need to be is by coming out here and practicing. Did want to mention, I'm not affiliated with Correy or Organic Archery in any fashion other than my wife ordering from him. So I doubt he knows I'm making this video. Definitely didn't pay me or give me any incentive to tell you anything. So yeah, this is kind of just as straightforward as it gets, but he offers all sorts of stuff. I think it's worth checking out. He does have bowyer or bow building workshops that may be something you're interested in. You can order just arrows or bows from him as well. So very cool guy from the little bit I've interacted with him. Oh, that might be my best shot yet. I literally just went inside and got my wife and told her, hey, you're going to want to come see this. And then in my excitement, I forgot to show you guys. It was right next to the bullseye though, which made me very happy. But let's shoot 3 more here. Blue. Low right blue, no less. So one thing that is different from this than the recurve that I used to shoot, is the recurve that I used to shoot had a shelf. This is just coming off the knuckles. So it is definitely different, but I like it. It's I don't know, kind of sounds cheesy, but I feel like I'm in touch with my ancestors in a way. Yellow. My goal by the end of summer is to triple the range and keep them all in the yellow. And I know that that's a tall order, but I feel like if I can do that, then I can ethically hunt with this come deer season. Hi, blue. The only way to get better at this is to keep doing this. So there is that. So one other thing that I wanted to mention is that Correy also will provide lifetime tiller adjustment on the bow. So if top or the bottom, you know, they're not in sync or balanced, he'll fix that for you. Also offers a 2-year warranty on the bow itself. And the quiver, strings and arrows, obviously, he has no real control over that, how you use them anyway. So there is that. There's no warranty on these. The arrows are very well crafted. You can see he's got the feather fletching wrapped with sinew. I'm very impressed with the craftsmanship here. So I'm going to shoot these 3, and then I won't bore you guys with this anymore, but I do think it's awesome that my wife did this for me. I am looking forward to hopefully a lifetime of enjoying this because it's crazy fun. Did that again. I'm starting to be able to tell when I draw the arrow back and release it that I've done something wrong. So that's good. If you guys do have any insight, wisdom, tips or pointers for primitive archery, please drop them down in the comments. Yellow. I'll end with that. That makes me happy. So the target I'm using, if anybody's curious, it's a Morel Moral. Yeah, it has smaller targets on the back, 4 smaller targets. I'm obviously not ready for that yet, so we're using the big target right now until I get a feel for this. Shoot it a little bit more consistently, a little bit more accurately. So I'll end with saying that my wife is awesome, and this is a gift that I will treasure and enjoy hopefully the rest of my life. So yeah, there's something cool about this. I'm definitely not going to trade in all my guns or anything like that. Hell, I have my PO7 on me right now. But there's something about shooting a bow that just is therapeutic. All right, guys, stay safe. Keep shooting. I'll see you next time.